I have a question for everyone in the audience. Can you guys actually name any Xbox exclusives that are not also coming to PC as well? Because if I'm being completely honest, I can't seem to think of any at all. So with news about a previously announced Xbox exclusive that I think was also just going to come to PC anyways, now that I think about it, has actually been cancelled. So Microsoft is obviously leaning back and, trying to not support outside endeavors as much or partnerships with other companies as much anymore, and instead are trying to do most of their stuff in-house, especially with Xbox. As we all know, with John Romero's studio, I don't know if they've actually been shut down at this point. Like, there's mixed news going around as to whether or not the cancellation of their new game has actually caused them to have to shut down because they're no longer receiving funding from Xbox anymore, or what the details around that are going. But basically, Microsoft has just cancelled an Xbox exclusive, or at least was supposed to be a major one, called Contraband. And Contraband was supposed to be from the guys who made the Just Cause games, Avalanche Studios. And that's an interesting one, because keeping in mind that while Xbox did partner with Avalanche Studios to create Contraband, they have also collaborated with Hideo Kojima for Kojima to make OD. So the question then becomes, what about other promises that Xbox has made? Can Xbox really be trusted to partner with a developer for that game to ultimately come out? Because this is treated as a first-party game. Even if they don't own the studio, the funding is coming from a major console partner, effectively, causing this game to specifically be that type of game. Though keeping in mind that since Xbox and Microsoft have kind of been blundering the bag completely, we need to remember that Perfect Dark reboot, the whereas Everwild was cancelled, the new MMO that was being made by the guys who do ESO was also cancelled under Bethesda. I mean, my god, like, again, I keep bashing on Xbox, but come on, like, at what point can you not look at everything that's going on and think to yourself, hey, maybe Xbox is in massive trouble, and they're no longer able to stay afloat through normal means like they've been able to up until now. But yeah, so apparently it was supposed to be a co-op game to some extent, but we don't really know much about Contraband because unfortunately it was only shown off in 2021 once, and that was about it. And of course, Just Cause is an incredible franchise. 1 is fine, but 2 and 3 are where the games got really good, and 4 is just really bad, comparing it to other games. And of course, Avalanche Studios hasn't released a game since 2019's Rage 2. Hold on, wait, what? Hold on. So that Avalanche also worked on Rage 2 to some extent. Okay, no, they developed Rage 2 and Bethesda ended up publishing it? See, here, I thought that Rage 2 was developed by id Software, just like how Rage 1 was. But if that's the case, that makes a lot of difference as to why people really don't like Rage 2 compared to Rage 1. That is very interesting. But yeah, so there's a lot of stuff going on, a lot of cancellations, a lot of things being moved around, studios getting closed, as we've kind of talked about before. It's just unfortunate to see what is going on and how all of this is going off on its own. Of course, yeah, Just Cause 4, Rage 2, both of these were not well-received games in any way, shape, or form. Just Cause 4, if you're a Just Cause fan, you would hate this game with a passion. And Rage 2, you'd just be incredibly disappointed compared to Rage 1. And then, of course, yeah, this article just kind of goes down into, like, basically talking about the closure of studios, the cancellation of games, and above all else, never forget Tango Gameworks, man. Oh my god. They still did release Indiana Jones and the Great Circle and Doom the Dark Ages, but the thing is that for Doom the Dark Ages to come to other platforms, the head of id Software had to bend over backwards in order to even try and make that happen, which was crazy to think about. So yeah, while the main story around this is about how Contraband was completely cancelled, it's now bringing to light the thought behind the fact that, what about other Xbox partnered titles that are currently in the works that we've just completely forgot about? Like I said, Kojima's OD, for example. if they ever cancel the funding for Kojima's game OD, I don't know, man. Like, at this, obviously, Xbox is in a bad place. Microsoft has put them in a bad place. Microsoft is doing everything in their power to make Xbox look worse and worse as time goes on. Exclusivity no longer exists on Xbox. Everything is either coming to PlayStation and or PC at this point. Though I probably should have put it the other way, said PC first and then PlayStation. But either way, it doesn't really matter. Hell, even their games are coming to Switch as well. With that being said, all of these, again, studio closures, game cancellations, cancellation of partnerships as well, third-party partnerships outside of like their own group of owned studios. The fact that they own too much and have gotten too big for their britches. The fact that their boxes don't sell anymore and they have to rely on the software aspect of them. And you could probably say to yourself, hey, they're called Microsoft for a reason. That's true, but it still doesn't change the fact that they are in a sucky position and they've just kind of given up the console race altogether. It just sucks to see. I really want PlayStation to do better, but we obviously know that Nintendo is going to be the one that's going to outlive everyone and everything here. But with all of that being said, though, let me know what you guys think about all of this in the comments below regarding everything that's going on with Microsoft, Contraband, the cancellation of games, partnerships, hell, even the fact that OD might potentially be in trouble as well. But with all that being said, though, like I said, let me know in the comments below. Like the video if you liked it. Subscribe to the channel. I'm aiming for 500 subs by the end of the year. With all that being said, I do upload every day, so I'll see you guys tomorrow.